Quran and the Sunnah, having faith in them in a real sense, not in a metaphorical sense. Here what it says, al-haqiqa wala al-majaz. That you must believe in them al-haqiqa, in the real sense, not in the metaphorical. You cannot think maybe it means this. You have to believe in the real sense as it is. And also among them, there were like 18 different quotations from the ulama of the Salaf, but I got only 3. Now I will tell you some other scholars who would also think the same thing. Among them was Abdul Qadir Jilani, Rahmatullahe, Qadi Abu Ya'la, Al-Khatib Al-Baghdadi, Imam Tirmidhi, Ibn Taymiyyah, Imam Ibn Hanbal, Imam Abu Hanifa, and also Imam Bukhari, Rahmatullahi alayhim ajma'in, and all the many scholars. This was the second principle. So the first principle was we should not deny ta'til. Second is that we should not do the tahrif or ta'wil. These are the same thing. Tahrif and ta'wil, it means the same thing, to change or to alter. So we will take the meaning, the attributes of Allah in the real sense that we understand as a normal thing. The face of Allah, okay, Allah is a face. But how? We will come to that. The principle number 3. Third principle is that we will not do the tamtheel and tashbih. What does tamtheel and tashbih mean? That we will not liken him to the creation. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Laysa kamithlihi shay. There is nothing like him. وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْبَصِيرُ. Subhanallah, look at this beautiful word. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Laysa kamithlihi shay. From here we understand there is nothing like Allah. So we cannot liken him to anything because there is no example of Allah. There is nothing like Allah that we can say, okay, maybe Allah is like this, because Allah has not created something that's like him. Allah has not created a thing like him, so we have no thing to compare him with. That even can resemble in the little smallest sense. There is nothing. Allah has not created something like it. Laysa kamithlihi shay. But look at the second part. وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْبَصِيرُ. But here we understand, but he has some attributes. Because he's saying, although there is nothing like him, but he is the Samir, he is the hearer, and he is the Basir, the seer. He is the one who hears and he is the one who sees. From here we understand that although Allah is rejecting, there is nothing like him, but he is also affirming, but I have attributes. In another verse, in chapter 19, verse number 65, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, هَلْ تَعْلَمْ هُوَ هَلْ تَعْلَمْ هُوَ السَّمِيعُ. That do you have something like him? And in Surah Ikhlas, Surah Tawheed, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. There is nothing comparable to him. So these 3 verses of the Quran are a clear proof that there cannot be any tashbih, any tamtheel, any comparing, any likening to Allah, because Allah has not created and Allah has declared in the Quran there is nothing like him. So this is the third principle, that do not do likening, meaning comparing of Allah with creation. This is the third principle that we should not do. The first person who did this among the Mu'tazila was Al-Qadi Abdul Jabbar. He said in his book that when you see the names and attributes of Allah, automatically you will have to do tashbih, because this is the intended meaning of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what he says, na'udhu billah. But we will see what the Salaf used to say about it. Nu'aym bin Hammad. Does anyone know who was Nu'aym bin Hammad? Rahmatullahi. He was a teacher of Imam Bukhari, Rahmatullahi, and also the teacher of Imam Abu Hanifa, Rahmatullahi. He says that in Al-Uluf, the book Al-Uluf, quotation number 217, he says over there that it is from the Iman to believe in him how he has described himself in the real sense in his book or by his Messenger ﷺ, without any tashbih, without any tamtheel, without any likening, without any comparison. This is what he says. The fourth principle is that we will not do the takyif. What does takyif mean? Takyif means to try to inquire. For example, a person, he is not allowed to say, okay, Allah has a hand, but how is it? How is the hand of Allah? Okay, Allah has legs, but how is it? Okay, Allah has eyes, but how is it? This is called taklif, to try to inquire, and this is something which is not allowed. We can see that a very, very famous quote of Imam Malik rahmatullahi, that a person from the Mu'tazila came to Imam Malik rahmatullahi. He said, Ya Malik, كيف الرحمن استوى? كيف? He was asking how the Ar-Rahman, the most merciful, has done istawa. Istawa means to raise, to rise. This is a normal meaning. To ascend. To ascend. What does, in the normal sense, ascend means to go up. This is the normal meaning of ascend, istawa. So he said, Ya Malik, كيف الرحمن استوى? How is the istawa of Allah? Imam Malik rahmatullah alayh, he said, al-istawa ma'alum. Meaning istawa in a normal sense, in a real sense, it is ma'alum for everyone. وَكَيْفَ مَجْهُولٌ. But how Allah does the istawa? Majhul. No one knows. It is unknown. Iman bil wajib, to believe in it is obligatory. وَالسَّوَالُ مِن bid'ah. And asking about this is a bid'ah, is an innovation, and I think you are from the people of innovation, so get out of the masjid. And he threw him out of the masjid. So from here we see that Imam Malik, and the source for this is al-Bayhaqi in his book Asmaa wa Sifaat, page number 516, and by Al-Darimi, Ar-Rad al-Jahmiyyah, page number 55. So they can see from here, subhanAllah, how Imam Malik rahmatullah, when he was asked about the takyif, how he got angry and he denied, said, do not ask about it. From here we can see how the Salaf used to understand this kind of thing, and how they were very careful about it. So after finishing all the four principles, that we cannot inquire about the keys, now is the most difficult part. How can we imply all of them together? How? If you are saying, okay, we do not deny it, but rather we cannot also try to arrange its meanings on our own, and also we cannot liken it, and also we cannot inquire it. So what do we need to believe in it? What do we need to believe about it? This is the main problem. This is where the people, they go into mistakes. The stance of the Salaf, the stance of the people, the ulama of the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, is that we will believe in the attributes and names of Allah in the real sense, but we will leave the takyif, the how, to Allah. It is the knowledge of Allah. We do not do. But we will believe in it. We will believe in the meaning. And because of this thing, a fifth group came in, which is the most dangerous of all of these four things. The Ash'ari Mu'tazila, what they do about it over here, and the Mushabbaha, what they do about it is to do the tashbih. They are not that dangerous as the fifth one. What does the fifth one do? Which is the most dangerous among all of them. The fifth thing that some of the people, they made it up is, they do tafweed. They do a tafweed. What does tafweed mean? Tafweed, it means to submit something to someone. This is the meaning of the word tafweed. The normal meaning of the word tafweed. They say, now what do they say? They say, okay, we believe in the hands of Allah, we believe in the face of Allah, we believe in the legs of Allah, but we leave about His knowledge to Allah. We do not know of how it is. We leave it to Allah about His knowledge. Now some of you will be thinking, but this is exactly what we are saying, right? This is what I just said. We will believe in it, but we will leave the how to Allah. And they are saying the same thing. So what is the difference? There is a big difference. Ponder on the words. This is what I'm saying. This is the most dangerous group. Ibn Taymiyyah rahmatullahi alayh says in his book Darul Ta'arud al-Aql wal-Naql, volume number 1, page number 121. He said among the worst of the people, Ahl-Hawa and Ahl-Bid'ah are the ones who do the tafweed. Because it might seem correct to a normal person who does not have much knowledge. And because of this, they may fall into the trap of these people. But this is the most dangerous group because it is the most cunning of all, it is the most clever of all. Because they are trying to be smarty pants. Really. They're just trying to be smart and clever.